We're now changing the 90-degree fuel fitting right here. People change it for different reasons. A lot of times they change it because this part of it is plastic, and they're afraid that if they fall over and hit something on a rock, this will crack, and then that's it. Lose all your fuel, right? You're walking home. So some companies make it where just this is metal. I don't think that's the way to go. The reason is because the passages in this are too small, and when your bike is wide open for more than a few seconds, whether it's 2-stroke, 4-stroke, the bike starts to lean out because this is a fuel flow delivery hindrance. So the reason we made our own is to have much bigger passages in it, and it's not just a bigger hole here or bigger. It's a bigger hole here, it's a bigger hole here, but it's also a bigger channel in here. So everything flows more fuel, and that lets the bike run better when it's wide open. So snow bike guys, desert guys that might pin it through sand washes, that's where it's good. It's also, you can see the lowest profile one, which is nice as well. Nothing has a lower profile. So if you do hit something, chances of it breaking are less. So what you need to know is, pump this. Now, fuel coming out, fuel may come out. This is a 17-millimeter wrench, and you're just loosening it up. And of course, you will take the rubber tube off of it and transfer it over. Now, not much fuel should come out of this. I did get yelled at one time because the person thought more fuel came out of it than should have. Of course, they were a doofus that worked for the magazine that I used to do stuff for, but you know, they whine about absolutely everything. So you can see, right, there really nothing came out. Now, if there's no ring up here on the bottom of your fuel pump casing, and if that's leaking or broke, then I can see how the fuel could come out. So I would put something underneath. At that point, we're just going to install ours, which is quite easy. There's this O-ring, the bigger O-ring. I grease them up. There's nothing wrong with that. Just to help things slide around. And then you have your spigot here, and that's got the smaller O-ring on it. Now, we have two spigots. All the newer bikes, we have a shorter spigot. It doesn't have a ring right here. The older bikes, that might come with two spigots. There's a longer one that fits the thicker stock tank, and then you get the shorter one, which is the same thing here. This is the shorter one on the newer bikes because that fits the thinner aftermarket tanks. And the newer tanks starting in 2020 are actually a thinner wall, and they do that to get a little bit more fuel capacity out of it. So if you wonder why some kits get 2 and some kits get 1, that's it. Use a 1/4-inch ratchet to fasten it up. You can spin it to where you need, tighten it down, and you are now welcome to pin it wide open.